Hi Scorpio, welcome to Sacred Star Tarot. I'm Corinne and this is your May 2025 reading. So I hope you're doing really, really well. In this reading, we'll find out urgent messages from Spirit and what you can expect for the month of May. Now, I have to say this is one heck of a month for you. I'm not actually surprised because we have your full moon on the 12th in your sign. And also, with all the astrology and the alignments that are going on, it is quite an explosive time for all of us in lots and lots of different ways. And when I was going into your reading, I felt like this month is going to be quite transformative, and that's what your cards are also showing. So let's begin. Now, you start the month, your signifier card for the month is the 10 of Crystals, which is the 10 of Swords in the traditional Rider-Waite. Now, the 10 of Crystals or the 10 of Swords is really the end. It's the end of a cycle. But more importantly, we can see that, he's a man that's laying down and he has all of these swords, in. Now, the traditional card, he's actually face down. In this card, he's face up, which is actually quite significant because it's a card of really facing your fears. And we know that when we don't face our fears, they control us. All of the ways that we hold ourselves back. And this card is telling me that this month, there's going to be a huge, huge transformation in the ways that you're facing your fears and overcoming them. And so that is going to really unlock a massive transformation because it's our fears in life that holds us back. And so when you overcome your fears, then things in life can start shifting and changing. You're coming into the month with the Empress, which again is incredible. Now the Empress, what I'm getting from that actually is very different than the card meaning. It's a divine intervention that's coming in for you this month. And we're going to find out a little bit more. Then mid-month, this is why I was so amazed by your reading, is front and center, you have the Death card. And it was in reverse. And that's telling me that around the full moon, there is going to definitely be an ending of something, a big transformation, maybe something that you haven't been able to get over in the past, a fear. Around your full moon, there's going to be a ending of it. And right next to the Death card, you have the moon. I mean, you couldn't write this. This is incredible. It hasn't happened in any other reading, Scorpio, but it's happened in yours. You're front and center, right in the middle of the month, around that full moon. And you've got the moon card with the Death. Just amazing. So this full moon on the 12th is going to be absolutely transformational for you. I feel like it will be the ending of something that you haven't been able to get past. Maybe it's a challenge that you've had or a fear that's held you back for decades potentially. And it's going to come around the full moon, and also it's going to be a divine intervention. So this is along your soul's path. It's meant to happen. It's meant to end. And it's really so that you can move forward in life in all the ways that you're wanting to. And I can see that because the Death card in reverse came with the Fool. It was actually in reverse. So that's telling me that your Fool has been blocked, and that's the ability to really start afresh. That could be starting afresh in a relationship that you want, in finances, in health, whatever it is that you've needed to start afresh, start your life from scratch in that full energy that you haven't been able to do up until this point is going to change in the month of May. Then towards the end of the month, you have the 10 of Wands upright. Now the 10 of Wands we can see is breaking his back carrying all of those wands. But the positive of this card again is that you have a 10. The 10s are the ending. And the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands is like the ending of life being so difficult. Of having all of your fears control you, hold you back. And this is the end of all the burdens. So he's carrying a lot of wands from the past, a lot of burdens, responsibilities. He's not the Fool. In the traditional Rider-Waite deck, the Fool has a little knapsack, a tiny weeny one. He's let go of all his baggage so he can start his new journey fresh with lightness, feeling bright. He's not carrying all of the load of the past. So around the full moon, it's allowing you to really let go of all of your fears, but also all of the burdens from the past. It's like your load will be so much lighter. Now, I can see with these cards, you have 3 major arcanas to start your reading for the month of May. It's unbelievable. Actually 4, because then you have the Fool defining the Death card. So this is a major transformation. Mostly it's in your psyche. It's in your spiritual growth, internal world, and then it will be represented in your external. So it's a very internal transformation that will be happening, the release of all the fears and the baggage from the past. But of course, anything that we change within is going to be then reflected in the external. And I can see that's what's happening, because once you change that within, you're actually set free to start a new part, a journey in life, to actually start on a new path, to be almost like born new. There'll be no more blocks or barriers that I think you've been having for maybe the past year, 2 years, decade. That's all going around this full moon. And so you'll be letting go of all of the burdens from the past. And then that allows you to look at your options. Now, the Two of Wands is wonderful because he's looking at all the paths ahead, and the wands are your passions, things that you want to experience, and he's looking at his options. And that's what you'll be doing at the end of the month, probably at the end of the month, but then coming into June as well. I think that is going to be more June, after you've had all this internal shift and change, because that might actually take a bit of rebalancing, with all of those changes. You could be feeling a bit emotional. I have a sense that your energy might fluctuate quite a lot as all of that energetic, changes are happening, because it will be happening on an energetic level, a subconscious level, and a very internal level. Around the full moon, it might be worth journaling. Journaling will be important if you need to write down the list of the things that you want to release and get past. But I really see it as releasing yourself from a major block that has been hindering your ability to start fresh, to have the life that you want, to start on a new journey. And that will all be changing in May, so that in June you can start looking at your possibility, the road ahead, and where you want to go. So you can see why it's such an incredible month. It really, really is. Like I said, I think it's going to be a lot more internal changes and shifting of energy that you'll be feeling. So this might be the time where you retreat a little bit more. You might journal. If you have fluctuations in mood or energy, just know that that's the process that you're going through, and it's all good, and allowing that to happen. So that is huge. Now let's get some more clarity on the month for you, Scorpio. So that is your full moon on the 12th. And then by Gemini season, so Gemini, we have the new moon in Gemini on the 27th, and that's where things are going to feel lighter. So all of that energy will have shifted, and by the 27th, you're going to be feeling a lot lighter. That's the time where you get new ideas coming in. The spotlight will be on your self-expression, new ideas, curiosity, and that will feel better. So it could possibly feel a little bit heavy mid-month, but boy, it's necessary. So don't worry about it. It's really necessary. You've got the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands. So yeah, you'll be absolutely looking for your options. And you might even pick one by June. Might look at the options. And the Wands are wonderful because it's like, what where do I want to go from here? You know, being in the full energy, it's like that reset. What do I want to create? All the resistance and the blocks are now gone. It will be important throughout the month to rest. And I really, really feel that, you know, with all of the upheaval, the internal changes that you're feeling, rest in between, because it could kind of burn you out a little bit, or it could be intense. Intense is the better word, actually. Yeah, that's wonderful. And so then you have the Knight of Wands. Exactly. So by the end of the month, you're going, you know, you've got a lot of Wands energy, moving forward, feeling passionate. You know, that's great, because if you are feeling a little bit tired throughout the month, by the end of the month, you're going to get all of that vitality back, and you're going to feel like, okay, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to look at what I want to do. You'll be feeling excited. You'll be feeling inspired, and that Kundalini energy will start coming back, that flow. So, wow, intense and insane, but in all of the best ways. You know, I really don't want you to be concerned about it. It's going to be amazing. It's a divine intervention. It's a divine intervention, which is great. Now, let's get a spirit animal for you for the month. So let's see what spirit animal wants to come in for Scorpio for the month of May, please. What animal is guiding them? Okay. Yeah. You have the raccoon. So if you see a raccoon, or you know, that's an animal that you're connected to, this is your sign, or you might see a picture of one, but the word is inventor. So decide on what you really want. You have the integrity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and you'll be juggling them well. Great. And that's the thing. It's more the word inventor, because by the end of May, you'll be reinventing yourself. So thinking outside of the box, you know, inventors think outside of the box, and that's what, you know, the cards and the messages after May is, you know, maybe it's something completely different that you will be interested in wanting to pursue. Now let's get an angel number for you for the month. All right, so angels, let's get an angel number, and then we'll get an angel message. So what's the number 4? There we go. Oh, okay. So you have the number 7777. So look out for the repeat number of sevens, because that'll be the message from the universe, from spirit, saying that we're guiding you, that we're here. And look out for that number. But the word is perseverance, and it says there is a need for change of perspective on whatever has taken you over now. If you want to succeed, you need to keep going down the road you're on. Reach for the wisdom within, and you will find that the next step is right. Okay. So what I'm getting from that card, because it's interesting, I couldn't even really follow the words for some reason, is there might be a bit of perseverance needed throughout the month if it's a bit of a emotional upheaval, but it's not really what I'm getting from the card. So maybe just the change of perspective. Yeah, maybe just a change of perspective will be important for you for the month. Now let's get another message from the tarot. So this rebirth will be very, very interesting. Very interesting. It'll be different for each of you. But it's a divine intervention, which, yeah, exactly. So then you have the Lovers card and the Four of Cups together. Now, the Four of Cups is saying that after this happens, there'll be a new opportunity coming in. And for some of you, it could be to do with love. So if you're wanting a love partnership or relationship, this shift that's going to be happening for you around the full moon is leading to that. If it's not love, it'll be more being aligned with your divine purpose, being aligned with what you really want to do in your life. You'll be balanced with your masculine and your feminine side, and, having that strong connection. Now let's get a moon message for you, Scorpio. And the other message I was getting is drinking lots of water around the full moon. So as those, shifts are happening on an energetic level, it'll be really important to stay very hydrated and definitely resting when you need to rest. So don't be too hard on yourself throughout the month, because, that those emotional changes on that deeper level, they can actually take a little bit of toll physically on the body. Now you have the new moon in Leo. Confidence is the key to your success. Oh, that's really interesting. Now it doesn't seem to fit into your reading, so let me see what I get from this card. Confidence is the key to your success. And what I'm actually feeling, because I have to sit with it, it doesn't fit into your reading. I think this for some of you is freeing up your self-confidence. And so, if the old waters, the mind, the burdens from the past, a lot of those might be to do with your self-worth and self-confidence, and that's where it's been held back. And so by the end of the month, you'll be feeling so much more confident in who you are. Leo is really the sign of being in the limelight, having self-confidence, being a leader. So that might be your path ahead in the future. That might be a confirmation for some of you. Okay. Lovely. Now let's get a message from the fairies for you. So what do we have for Scorpio for the month of May 2025, please? What do we have? So I'm so excited for you, actually. I think this is a great, I can feel the intensity of it though. But what an incredible month. Then it will definitely lighten up by the end of the month around the 27th. So that will be something to look forward to. And then in June, I think you're going to be feeling on top of the world. Okay. You have the fairy message magical gateway. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown, yet that is where your greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. Yeah, exactly. And we can see on that card, she's walking through a new door, and that's what's going to be happening at the end of the month. This change, transformation, shift, divine intervention that's happening for you will lead to a new door opening, a new way of life, a new opportunity, a whole new life, and that's amazing. Really, really amazing and awesome. Now let's get an angel message for you for the month of May. Let's see what the angels can add. I love that card with the fairy walking through the new gateway, magical gateway into the unknown. And that's the full energy. The full energy is walking into the unknown. It's the reset, taking the leap of faith, whole new adventure, whole new journey. Yeah, exactly. So you have you have Larima as your stone, and it is sensitive emotions. Time of heightened emotions and sensitivity call for extra self-care and gentleness. Exactly. So throughout the week, that's just the extra confirmation that it'll be time to rest, repair, rejuvenate, allow these energies to shift. I wouldn't put too much on your plate throughout the month. That's stressful because you'll be just internally changing so much, and you'll come out the other end so much better, feeling so much lighter, brighter, facing the fears, releasing some fears that have been holding you back for probably quite some time. Wow, what a reading. That's incredible. I'm so excited for you. I think this is a wonderful, wonderful month, and I hope that has helped prepare you for the month so that you know what to expect. You can work with it with a lot of grace. If you need to, meditating, going out in nature is really, really going to support your nervous system. By the end of the month, you'll be feeling a lot lighter, and those new doorways or gateways will be opening for you, especially in June. So Scorpio, that's your reading for the month. I am sending you all of my love and light, and subscribe to my channel to never miss a reading, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.